the first basic definition is what is data. Okay, as you can see in the diagram, that from the data, the basic concept of data lies that we require data to find various patterns in our information. Okay, so data is nothing but your set of characters that is gathered and translated for some purpose, usually the analysis, because the main purpose is why we require data. We are storing the data, but we require that data so that we can perform the analysis on that data. Okay, we will see in the upcoming slides the difference between data, information and knowledge. But just keep in mind right now that data is a collection of facts about the objects. Okay, when I say facts, suppose I am collecting the data regarding students. So the data regarding students will be your student name, what is the student ID, in which year he has taken admission in Thakur College, okay, what is the age, what is the address, okay. So these are the facts which I need to store regarding the student, and hence I call this as a data. But in the next slide, we will see that this information is very raw information which doesn't gives me any information about the student. Okay, so now the question arises, why DBMS is gaining so much of popularity? Just see this diagram. You can see from this diagram that your data is increasing day by day. Nowadays, there is a concept of big data, which is a huge amount of data, which is arising from various platforms or the social media. Okay, that's the reason I am saying data never sleeps 7 by 0. Okay, so it is always alive 24 by 7. It is coming in your systems. Okay, so now we will be shifting to the next slide. Yeah. So as I said, there is a difference between data, information and knowledge, and based on this you are taking the decisions. Okay, so we have seen in the last slide that your data is the raw facts which I am collecting regarding the users. Okay, whenever you are processing that data, that becomes the information. Okay, in the next slide I will give you one case study in which you will come to know how a data is getting converted into your information, and when to this information I am applying certain analytics, then at that time your this data is
I'm
converted. Yes,
not audible properly.
not audible, just a second. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, so I will again repeat. In the last slide, we have seen that your data is nothing but raw facts. Okay. So in last example, we have seen the example of data of student. So the student ID, name of student, these are all raw facts regarding the data, which doesn't gives me any information regarding the data of student which can be beneficial to the college. Okay, so that's the reason I require to process the data. So whenever I process the data, it becomes my information. Now this information, whenever I apply certain analytics, it becomes the knowledge, and based on that knowledge the college can take certain decisions on it. Okay, so your knowledge is nothing but refined data or information based on expertise of the receptor. So I will give you one simple example of a company where a new intern has joined. So the manager is saying to the intern that, can you give me the sales information which I require? So the intern was a student who had just passed out the BE. He was not knowing the difference between what is the information and what is the raw data. So she was very excited to give the information to her boss, and she said that, as you can see in the slide, she said that I have very proper information, boss, regarding of our sales. Company A's annual revenue is suppose 50 millions in 2014. Company A's revenue is 40 millions in 2015. Product X revenue is 20 million in 2015. Product X revenue is 30 million in 2015. The boss gets irritated with her and says that this is not the information which I have asked from you. I will just fire you out from the job. So she got scared because she was very excited to give the information to the boss. And when she came to know that the information which I gave, the boss is not satisfied with it. So what she did, she asked her senior regarding this incident, that boss had asked me the information and this is the information which I have given him. So at that time, the senior said that the information which you are feeling you have given to your boss is actually a raw data. Okay. So the actual information will be, she said her the technique how to find the information. So after some time, she goes to her boss and she says that company A's revenue has decreased by 20% in 2015. Product X revenue increased by 50% and product Y's revenue decreased by 67%. So do you understood now what she did? She have just converted that raw data, she have processed that data, she have applied certain summary operations to that data, and she have come up with some summarization of information. Okay. So now she goes to the boss and gives this information. Okay. So boss is now happy and says, okay, you have done a good job. And now the boss calls up another senior and says him that please give me what knowledge you have acquired from the information which the intern has given just now. The senior tries to apply certain BI tools and he comes up with an information, with a knowledge that the main reason for decrease in revenue is that company B's social network marketing for product Z, which is the main rival for our product Y. We lost big share to company B. This means that whenever you acquire the information and if you are applying certain business analytics to it, you can gain the knowledge that why there is certain problems in your information, whether your sales is increasing or decreasing with respect to your competitors. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
You're audible.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am,
Thank you.
audible.
Okay. Okay. So this is the power of data analytic, and here lies the reason that we need to study as a student of computer engineering. We need to study this subject, which is very important because you go in any domain, you will definitely require a database to store the data because in every domain you are storing your data. Okay. So that's the reason this is the base of your, if you are going in the field of data analytics, data science, or in any other domain, as a student of computer engineering, you should know how to design a normalized database. Okay. So moving forward, we have already seen what is a database. Okay. So now we will see what are the various components of your database. The first component is when I say I want to access the data which is stored. So definitely I will require a structure in which I need to store my data. And that structure is my database. Okay. So whenever I want to retrieve the data or whenever an end user wants to manipulate the data, manipulation means I want to update the existing information. The user needs to update the information or retrieve the data. He can use ERP applications, he can use web application, He can use dynamic website or a software program. So for retrieving that data, the user will require one intermediate language via which you can retrieve or manipulate the data in the database, and that language is your SQL. Also, you require one database management system. So database management system is nothing but your database is a collection of interrelated data. Why I said interrelated? Because as I said you in the beginning, that it is possible to store the data in a single table, but there are certain drawbacks of storing it, which we will see in the upcoming slides, and that's the reason you need to break your single table data into multiple tables. Okay, so whenever you are breaking it into multiple tables, you need to connect the tables. And that's the reason I am saying your data is interrelated. That is, a data which is getting stored in one table is linked with the data which is stored in the another table. Okay. So database is clear. So DBMS is nothing but a collection of database, a collection of data, database, and set of programs to access that data. So that set of programs now can be your SQL queries. Okay. So this diagram I hope is clear. We have seen the definitions of data, database, DBMS, why we require SQL, and how the user is accessing the database via various applications.